Hello guys, welcome to the video. I hope you all are well. Today's video, guys, is about system design in Diablo 4 Part 2 from David Kim, and the main dude at Donald Boys, David Kimmy boy, man, keeping us up to date with Diablo 4. This particular blog post, guys, is all about itemization this time in Diablo 4, man. Exciting times, exciting times. For those that have missed Part 1, guys, I'll put the description of this into the description of this video, guys, the link to it. Just click on here, Part 1, and bring you over to here, where they're talking about the first version of the game, basically. So itemization, base itemization, elective modes in Diablo 4, ancient items, in-game progression system. I think this is their version. Probably gonna be some sort of Paragon system. I don't think they want to do what they did in D3 though, which is, thank God. Sources of power and key dungeons. For those that don't know, there's basically dungeons in the world of Diablo 4. You probably know by now, and you can find random keys with different affixes, unlock those dungeons, and they change, and oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, guys, if you're not up to date, there's a link to Part 1 as well. Anyway, guys, let's read out Part 2, man. Let's do it. In Part 1, we addressed many of the open questions from the community about the Diablo 4 game designs revealed at BlizzCon. BlizzCon, baby! Yeah! I recommend checking that out if you haven't already. Sweet. Okay, guys, itemization, man. Very, very important subject. Itemization is a huge core part of any action role-playing game. We're focusing specifically on itemization in this blog because it's a complex and nuisance topic. Let's start with two key principles that guide us and the Diablo 4 development team. Nice. First, we agree that adding depth and customization to your character through itemization is incredibly valuable and important to the game. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. It's like, it's very personal when you're playing these sort of games and you're trying to build up your dude or dudette, man, to get to that higher power, man, that rare farm especially. This has been the most discussed topic since we revealed Diablo 4. Good. It's got to be done correctly, man. To be clear, we believe Diablo 4 itemization should be deep and rewarding, and that is one of our highest priorities. Good, good. Hopefully, no more light show like it is on D3. Because on D3, guys, especially now in Tournament 16, it's just crazy the amount of loot we get. So they've already said during a BlizzCon just gone in November, that it's not going to be crazy drop break like it is in D3, which personally I think is a good step in the right direction. Brilliant. Okay, another important philosophy across the whole game for our team is the concept of easy to learn, difficulty to master. Good, because you want the game to be approachable by new players, not be put off by a huge complex machine straight away, so that's a good thing. This core philosophy helped many of us become the hardcore gamers we are today, and we want to embrace throughout the Diablo 4 development process. Yes. Second, we agree that the feedback that Diablo 4 shouldn't just mimic the itemization of our previous Diablo games. Okay, they can do something different. Good. Okay, sweet. What are you doing? Our plan is to make the best parts of previous games and improve upon them while introducing new elements to make Diablo 4 unique. Oh, okay. We don't want to create an exact copy of Diablo 2 or Diablo 3. It's worth calling that out there on this subject. There was a lot of mixed feedback on differing opinions, and we acknowledge that means there's no single approach that everyone in the community will agree on. That is completely true. You can make the best itemization game there is, and there's always someone who's going to complain about it. So, the broad audience enjoy it. I think that's the main thing. But yeah, that's very, very true. You can have a perfect game, but someone's going to complain about it. It's just human nature, unfortunately. Right, what have we got here, boys? That said, thanks to your feedback, guys. Seriously, does send in feedback. Thank you very, very much. Before we carry on, Blizzard don't normally open up their doors to the community regarding their games this early. Okay, so we have a massive, massive influence right now to see how Diablo 4 is forged eventually to an absolutely fantastic release, man. So, like I've said this, I think in the previous video, this is very, very unusual that Blizzard ever do this. So, yeah, this is awesome, man. Anyway, thanks to your feedback, we have some potential changes we're actively discussing internally regarding itemization that we'd like to share with you today. Ooh, here we go. Again, we feel it's important to stress that this is very early design, and we are sharing this with the community faster than ever before. Good, because they obviously want our help, and that's a good thing. There will be problems with these ideas to iterate through, though. and that's what's presented below, and it's almost certainly not final. Oh yeah, of course, man, it's early days yet. The reason we're sharing this so early is because we want to involve the community in our process and learn as much as we can from your feedback as soon as possible. Sweet guys, they want to listen, man. They want to. So refreshing. It's so good. Let's get to it. Okay, guys, fixes, man. Here we go, man. Fixes in Diablo 4. Okay. We went through so much great community discussion, including a fair amount of conflicting feedback. Okay, we've had dozens of hours discussing on this topic. We were left with two major takeaways. First, item of fixes should be a meaningful part of the character's power. Oh yeah, obviously. Second, they should create interesting choices when deciding of which items to equip. Sweet. Our previous focus was making each affix geared towards certain builds, so that perfect item would be variant depending on the build you were pursuing. Kind of like we've got in D3, really, isn't it? You know, we still like this as an overall direction, but we can understand can also feel like your choices are limited because you end up chasing a list of best in-slot items. Luckily, we literally just said exactly what it's like in Diablo 3 right now, especially. You know, so. That's good that they just want to just pigeonhole us in that one spot again and say, right, if you want to play, I don't know, Wrath of the Berserker, Whirlwind Build or whatever, you have to have these items sort of thing. You have to have this, you have to have that. So they don't want to do that. They want to make it so you can have a broad range of builds. That's good. That's a good change. Okay. Here are some of the changes we are considering. We are increasing the total number of fixes on items. Really? Ooh! Including magic blue items, rare yellows, and legendary orange. This should raise the overall importance of non-legendary affixes on your character's overall level of power. Oh, that's sweet. So it's not just going to be legendary affixes that are going to be the top power in the game. That's a good change. I like that. Okay, sweet. We're also introducing 3 new stats. Angelic Power, which increases the duration of all beneficial effects, like self-buffs or healing. Oh, nice, guys. We can stack different types of powers to depend on what sort of build you want to do. This is cool. This is very, very cool. Okay, Demonic Power, which increases the duration of all negative effects, like debuffs or damage over time spells. Oh, nice. We can stack like a ton of Demonic Power, do like a DOT build. Oh, hello. Where's my witch doctor? Ancestral Power, which increases the chance of on-hit effects, aka increased proc chance. Oh, holy hell. I wonder if that will work with like legendary effects items and stuff like that as well. That's interesting. Okay, so Angelic Power, Demonic Power, Ancestral Power. Very, very cool. Okay, these new stats can appear as affixes, such as plus 15 Angelic Power, in addition to providing the above stated benefit. We want these new stats to also act as a prerequisite for empowering certain other affixes. If you don't have enough of a specific power, you can still equip the item, but you may not benefit from the affix linked to that power. Oh, interesting. Okay. Here's a couple of work-in-progress examples to better illustrate what these affixes do. Again, none of this is final. It could change considerably. Okay, guys, they're still in work, man. So you can see here. Let's bring this up here. Swift third line boots of speed, rare boost, yeah? Defense, angelic power, movement speed. It's got +1 to rank to devastation, but requires 50 demonic power. So you have to stack this to unlock that rank on these boots. Then 25% cold resistance requires 40 angelic power. So we have to stack different stats to unlock different things on gear. I like that. It's different. It's going to make a lot of decent builds pop up. It's certainly going to be a nice way of customizing your characters. The one here, Fiery Amulet of Malice. 15 critical strike, 2 ranks to Charter Ash requires 60 demonic power, 25% fire resistance requires 55 demonic power, 10% crushing blow chance requires 55 additional power. Crushing blow used to be in D3 years ago, didn't it? It used to be like an insta-kill mechanic. Well, let's say it used to work in D3 a long time ago before it got removed because it was too OP. Interesting. Okay, guys, what do you guys think about that? Personally, I think that's quite cool. You know, because that way you can... it's certainly going to tailor your suit, man, you know? I really like the idea of doing the damage over time build, not stacking loads of that stat. Do a demonic one, demonic DOT build. Oh, that'd be so sweet. Okay, let's keep this out then. Oh man, this is interesting. I want D4 now, guys. Let's go. Give us the demo, please. Give us the demo, man. Each of these 3 powers will have a list of affixes that are attuned to it. Okay, let's look into it. So depending on which stats you care about, you might want to focus on angelic, demonic, or ancestral power. That's interesting. If we stack, which one was it? Angelic power. We could basically make a healing character, support character for our group or yourself. Make yourself a super healing tank or something. That's pretty sweet. In the examples above, you would need 50 demonic power to get additional rank in devastation skill, 55 demonic power for 25% fire resistance, or 60 demonic power for an additional 2 ranks in the Charter Ash skill. If you wanted to build around Crushing Blow, you need to stack at least 55 ancestral power instead, while 40 ancestral power would be required to gain 25% cold resistance. I kind of like this, guys. That's pretty cool. Right, what else we got here? We think these changes will address the 2 main takeaways pretty well. Legendary powers should no longer completely dwarf the strength of your affixes. I like that, because that way, like we said earlier, we're not going to be pigeonholed in just legendary powers is king sort of thing, you know? It's not just going to be that, it's going to be affixes as well. I really like that a lot. And the affixes themselves provide more interesting choices because their strength and depends on how much of the revenant powers you've accumulated on the rest of your gear. You might find an amulet with the perfect stats for your build, but some of its affixes may require demonic power when you have previously focused on ancestral power. You may maybe your current amulet is the primary source of your ancestral power, so equipping a new amulet would mean potentially making sacrifices elsewhere. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good. With this system, it'll be easy to identify items with good stats, but it will take some thought and planning to decide whether the item is good for your build. The best items for your character will really depend on what you currently have and how you've built that character, making it more difficult just to look up the right answer online. Yes! Don't get me wrong, there's always going to be that meta for what you want to do, damage, defense, or healing and that sort of thing. But this is what they're doing right here. This is opening up the itemization in the game massively, so you can really craft your character how you want, and I like that a lot. Good, good. Not just one build, that's it, bang, done. At the same time, we think this system keeps items approachable. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Even if you make suboptimal itemization decisions. You may be weaker, but doing so won't completely break your character. Good, because it makes it a bit more newbie friendly as well. You're not going to brick your character if you go one wrong step, you know. We can also introduce this mechanic gradually and naturally as you level, rather than making it a requirement to understand at the beginning. Again, you know, easy to understand, hard to master sort of thing. So that's exactly what they've done there, and I agree with that. That's a good idea. Sweet. Okay, guys, attack and defense changes. Based on your feedback, we've changed attack to only be found on weapons now. Okay, and defense only be on armor. That makes sense. Why would there be attack on a piece of armor? And we've removed both attack and defense from jewelry entirely as well. Oh, interesting. Okay. The goal here is to better embrace the fantasy of each type of item. Yeah, I agree with that. It makes sense. Cool. I like that. We like the attack and defense stats as a way to convey power progression on items. A core part of any action RPG is the quest for more power. Oh yeah, just as we have skill, ranks, talent trees, character levels, and so forth. Attack and defense allows us to reflect your power growth in items as well. Brilliant. To be clear, attack and defense is not the end of story of an item's power, but it does fulfill the easy learn, difficult to master design philosophy by giving players a broad sense of whether an item is an upgrade. Players who are optimizing their character will still need to take additional fixes of an item into account, as they benefit to your build that can outweigh raw attack and defense of an item. Solely picking your items based on attack and defense will almost never be the optimal way to play, but it does provide a good starting point for newer players. Cool. I like it. It's going to be very, very interesting, man. I'm still thinking about a DLT build. Well, very cool. It's important to reiterate here that the items are just one part of a character's overall power. Our goal is to spread out power across different sources, including skill ranks, your character's level, talent tree, items, and the in-game character progression system, which, like everything else, is still in development. Now, I hope this part here, isn't the current Diablo 3 Paragon system. Because right now that thing's out of control, completely out of control. So I think we do need a system like that, but something that's toned down a lot more, and nothing too breaking where basically whoever logs in the most time wins sort of thing. So hopefully whatever that is, and I'm sure guys we'll find out soon enough, man, with the end game progression system's going to do for your character. Okay, guys. Oh, look at this, ancient legendary replacement. Hello, have they taken out ancients? In our last post, we mentioned that we are looking at some potential changes to ancient items based on your feedback. We're going to remove ancient legendaries from the game in their current form entirely. Guys, ancient items are out. Interesting. Our newest proposal hits a couple of different feedback points, addressing the usefulness of rare yellow items. Oh, please! As well as increasing the depth and complexity of player gear choices in the end game. Please make it so they're making yellows good. I used to absolutely love the early Diablo 3 yellow items hunt. I used to love doing that so much, man. Please, we'll be introducing a new type of consumable item, which I haven't yet named. This item would be earned by killing monsters, just like other items. It would have one random legendary affix on it. Okay, it only drops. Wait a minute, does this mean we can make our own legendaries? Is that what this means right now? Can we use... Oh, mate, if it is, this is going to be cool. It only drops in the late game and can be used to apply to affix to any non-legendary item. Oh, mate, that's awesome. So right now, that's going to bring the loot hunt right up, man, to find a correct yellow item with the right stats, with the correct legendary affix, and attach it to an item to make it an in-game item. I like that, man. Because it's going to be hard to find a yellow item with the right stats for your particular build that you're trying to build. So I really like that. I really do miss the old yellow item hunt from back in the early D3 days, man. So personally, I'm excited for that, man. That is cool. That is very, very cool. I like that a lot. Oh, nice. We'll have to start hoarding a lot of yellows, guys. Well, it depends which ones you want, you know. Depends how you're going to set up your character, you know, demonic power, angelic power, etc., etc. Okay, let's read that. This means a few things. We can create an elective mode for items. That is experienced after players have had time to experience rare and legendary items normally, as well as familiar themselves with a variety of affixes. This adds a way to introduce new methods of play without adding even more power to the in-game items. Awesome. Rare items with best affixes on them are always useful and retain value, so it won't be just like it is in Diablo 3 right now. Pick up a yellow item, you know it's rubbish straight away, you just blow it up. You can actually use these items eventually, guys, to possibly make yourself an in-game build. And obviously, farming that rare item is going to be difficult, and I love that. Brilliant, man. That's real cool, guys. We can finally start using old yellow gear and turn it into a really good item. I like that. Okay, guys. Obviously, guys, is more feedback. Okay, we want to remind you one last time, for good measure, that none of this is final. Okay, remember, this is not set in stone, guys. You know, very early Diablo 4 news right now for Itemization. We haven't even tried most of this on a working build yet. Can I play it? We'd love to get some constructive feedback on these approaches, as well as the general direction we're headed for itemization. We've never shared this level of detail this early before, but we look forward to reading what you have to say. Thanks, David King, lead systems designer. David, thanks very much, mate, for the update. Fantastic, man. Also, guys, if you want to give any feedback, just click on this link here, General Forum, and post your Diablo 4 feedback there with what you think. Remember, they want our feedback, okay? And with the feedback of the Diablo community, that's what these changes have reflected already. So, yeah, it's good times, man. It's very, very good times. And there you go, guys, man. That's all we've got so far. Like I said earlier, I put a link to this blog in the description of this video. And thank you very, very much for watching. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Do you like what you've seen so far? Kind of like the idea of having angelic power, demonic power, ancestral power to unlock key item notes on an item to get more stats, and looks like we can make our own legendaries as well using super rare, hopefully well-rolled yellow items. So there's definitely going to be a learning curve there. But it looks like there's going to be a lot of customization, and you know, it's not just going to be pigeonholed into legendaries are the best gear, wallop, you know, bosh, you know. So I'm liking that it's. There's going to be a broader range of builds we can do, and we can really customize our character. Awesome. Okay, guys, man, thanks very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Feel free to like and subscribe. Turn that bell on, and I'll give you some more info, guys, as soon as I can. More Diablo 3 build video, guys, coming in probably tomorrow, guys. Got some more stuff to record, so stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Have fun in Sanctuary, man. Exciting times ahead, man. Special shout out to those subs on the channel, guys. Thank you so much, and those support me on Patreon as well, man. I do this for a living, so I really do appreciate the extra layer of support. Okay, guys, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Woo, D4 soon, boys. D4 soon.